kind of crazy that preseason's starting already.
It really is. It's actually what I was pulling up here. But I suppose you can if you're already on the site.
Yeah, I got you. Here we go. Preseason schedule. July 12th, Man United in Bangkok, Thailand. Let's get it. Oh man, I hope we destroy them.
Just keep rubbing it in. Just
never
stop beating on them so badly.
Yeah, we need to do that. They're in shambles.
But look, if United first of all, shout out to Xherdan Shaqiri, who had a bicycle kick against United a few years ago in preseason.
I was at that game.
Yes, in Michigan.
I want to move over to the preseason stuff now that you guys looked at the schedule. Heavy preseason coming up. We got games against the likes of Crystal Palace, Man United. We're playing Strasbourg, RB Salzburg, I believe. But we're over in Thailand right now, getting ready for that game against Man United on Tuesday, which is essentially why we were talking about all that. You just keep evolving. That's all you can do. I mean, that's sports, guys. I mean, as much as the fans develop these emotional relationships with players, ourselves included, you move on. The only one that is going to hurt me, I'm going to be honest, the only one that would hurt me is the day that Bobby Firmino either leaves the club or retires. I mean, that one's really going to hurt me. But I'm not kidding, man. That one's really going to hurt. Let's look at the full squad that's going on the tour over there in Bangkok. Adrian, Alexander-Arnold, Alisson, Macetic, which I think is a Polish goalkeeper, a young Polish goalkeeper. You got Carvalho, Chambers, Clarkson, Davies, who's not Ben Davies, another young Davies, Diaz, Elliott, Fabinho, Firmino, Fraundorf, which is I think he's English, but he's got a German name. We saw him make one appearance this past season. Joe Gomez, Jordan Henderson, Hill, Curtis Jones, Diogo Jota, Keita, Kanate, Mabaya, a lot of young guys. I mean, that's the theme you're noticing right off the bat. But then you got Matip, Milner, Morton, Mrazek, another Polish guy, Norris, Darwin Nunez, Ox still with the club, Nat Phillips, the legend, Robertson, Salah, Thiago, Simikas, Vandenberg, Van Dijk, and Reece Williams. A lot of young guys. And
here you go. Here's my question for you.
What's up?
I can tell you mine first. So I love watching James Milner in preseason.
Of course you do.
Because he plays like it's the Champions League final. Like he instills fear into the other team that are just trying to get loose and get warmed up. No. This is a final. And he's all, oh my God, James Milner. And then the other three players I'm excited to see are, of course, Harvey Elliott, because I love him and he's had some time. It seems like he's working hard. I've seen a lot of videos of him training. Obviously, Carvalho is huge. And then Oxlade-Chamberlain, not even so much Nunez. Because, I'm excited to see Nunez play in real matches. We've already seen him play at a high level.
Right.
I don't know how important this preseason is for him. Of course, it's important for chemistry and such. But, I want to see what Ox has done. And I think this is something here that that Tony had said, or maybe Ian.
Let me look. I'm going to look up for it here. Are you talking about this one?
Yes. Oh, Sering Wangyal. I hope Ox is able to show that he has made a comeback during this preseason. Me too, man. Me too. I'm thinking that's a really good point. Just imagine if we could get Ox back to 80-90% of what he was in 17-18. That need for a new midfielder dissolves at that point. If he can live up to what we know he's capable of, which we haven't seen in a while, so I guess we don't know if he's capable of it anymore. He's not old.
Look, I'm going to say this, bro. I'm going to say this. As much as I want Ox to become who he was in the 6 months in 17-18 where he got that run in the team where he was almost undroppable, as much as I want that to happen, I don't think that it can. And I mean that, even if it does happen, I think we're just going to go on and sell him and buy someone else. I really do. I think the club has moved past it. Look, I think Klopp tries these things with these players. And if it doesn't work out, he just moves on. I mean, look at Loris Karius. Klopp wanted Loris Karius to be the guy. He did. And one thing happens, and then you have to go out and you got to buy Alisson. And I think that's what's going on with Ox. We spent a pretty penny on Ox. I think we bought him in the 30 mil range for Ox.
30, 40, maybe more than 40.
Yeah, like it wasn't cheap per se. I don't know. I would love to see him have a good preseason though, man. But there's rumblings of him going for 10, 15 mil.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to see that. I just think we don't really sell players.
I don't see Ox becoming what he used to become, man. We might see moments. I think it's time we move on from Ox, to be honest.
I don't think you're going to see him get moved personally. Like,
You think
I talked about this a few
contract
weeks
run
ago.
down, you mean? Like his contract's going to run down?
Yeah. Yes, because what are we going to do with 10 million when we have a player that has potential and can play in cup games?
Well, that's
in a
what he's
midfield
gonna
that's
do.
apparently
That's where he's
weak,
gonna
and we need more depth, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, we're not selling him this window, and Tony, I agree with you. Like, what I'm saying, I think he only has 1 year left on his deal. I could be wrong. If you guys know off the top of your head, let me know. But if we're not selling him this window, we're probably just going to let him run out his contract, and then he'll probably sign with a West Ham or, like an Aston Villa, one of those mid-table clubs I could see. Not necessarily Crystal Palace. I think he'd go to a bigger club than that. But Ox deserves to be at one of those clubs playing consistently. Kind of like how I see Ox as not the same caliber of player in terms of production, but the same level of skill as Divock Origi. In the sense that he's good. He has the quality. Divock Origi, much more consistent when he played, obviously. I never really saw a bad performance from Divock Origi, and I think that's why we call him a Liverpool legend. That, in conjunction with all the classic goals he's gotten in crucial times. But Ox has been here for a while, man. Ox has been here for 5-6 years. Think about that for a second. It's kind of a crazy thing to think about. He's been here for 5 seasons. Hasn't really played that much, man. Of course, injuries played a role in that, but it's just something to think about, man. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's go over to the chat and see what people think. Saring here. Ox and Keita need to be moved on if they're too injury prone. Well, Keita had a really good season injury-wise. And add Thiago, another injury prone, to the list. We need that money for a new midfielder who can be consistent. I don't think you need to move on these players in order to add a new one. I think you can keep these players and still add a new midfielder. That's kind of what we were trying to do with Tchouaméni before Madrid snatched him up.
Yeah, I think they're just going to be very selective. They're not going to buy to buy. Klopp looks at the list and he says, "I got enough here." He sees at the bottom of that list Curtis Jones and Ox and whoever else, Elliott, Milner. Like, he sees that list and he thinks, "I have enough here to be dangerous." If crap hits the fan, maybe we pull the trigger on something in January. But he knows they have enough there to get by. Definitely.
Look, nothing's
You would
changed.
need a lot of things to go wrong, right? Nothing's changed. We just played every game that's possible. Shit would really need to hit the fan for us to impulse buy somebody. Like, they're monitoring continuously, for sure.
Of course.
But, like, we'll see. I mean, you can always do something in January, and it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's not.
Because there's international breaks around. The season starts in August, but really gets going in September. And then you have the full-blown, like, break and transfer window in January, and it's just, you got to survive like 15, 20 matches.
Yeah.
With this crew, which you can do because they just were the best team in the world.
That's
practically.
We talk about it every year. Like, there's certain areas where you need to buy new players, right? We needed new forwards. Okay. We did need a versatile attacking midfield option, right? Because we do have some creativity between Thiago and Keita, but no attacking midfielder. Carvalho, A lot of people sleep on him. He's going to be good. Even Elliott can play that position. But Klopp, nothing's changed, guys. It's been this way since Klopp came in. He's not impulsive, like Steven said. He will wait for the right player. We couldn't get Tchouaméni, so what are we going to do? We don't need to buy Bellingham right away. We're likely going to become, as Craig from Anfield Agenda puts it, next summer FC. All right? And honestly, I mean, can you be disappointed with this transfer window? I don't think you can. I really don't. If you are,
No.
I'm sorry. I feel like your opinion is wrong on that one. You can't be upset with this transfer window at this point.